What up, YouTube? So today's gonna be part 5 of the Toyota sw20 k24 build, and we got the cannibal kit from Hux right now, and I'm starting to get ready to pretty much fit the Camry slave cylinder onto here. So I've been pretty much just clearing out the block that you need. Probably got to clear pretty much all this out in order to get this to fit, and then we also have to do the rear for the half shaft and everything, since it's actually hitting right here and everything, so it's not gonna turn. So we're gonna have to trim all that down, and then we can bolt this all up. Also going to be taking apart this all after it's all done, and then I'm going to put red Loctite or blue Loctite on all the studs and everything, so everything can be tightened up good. And then we'll get this sealed part that needs to go all right here, so we'll seal all that up, make sure that's good, and that'll pretty much be ready for this swap to drop into the MR2. We already painted the bay and everything, so I'll probably paint the transmission, do the valve cover and stuff, make it look decent, and then we'll start getting this thing swapped in on the next video. But I'm gonna go ahead and just finish clearing all this up, and then after that we'll mount it up, make sure everything clears, and then we'll get to the back end and start working on that. And I'll show you guys what we gotta, how much clearance that you need for the half shaft that you have to shave off the block. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish knocking this out, and then we'll come back. All right, so we're back now, and we pretty much got the slave cylinder on here. It took me about a good 30 to 40 minutes to shave all this down with the grinder, so it's on there flush and everything, as you can see. So it took a good amount. I probably didn't have to take off that much, but it was just very, very close and kind of getting aggravated with it just hitting. So that's good right now. So it's time to get to the back side. And this is our problem with this one, is it's hitting right here and right here. So we're gonna shave that down right now, so we can install the bracket correctly onto here. And then that'll be ready for install with the new gasket. We just got to seal all this up and take it all back apart. So I'm gonna go ahead and start seeing where I'm gonna have to shave it at, which is pretty much all right here. Can't really see it, but yeah, I'm gonna shave all this down right now, and then we'll come back and see what we're gonna do next. All right, so we got the back shaved down, as you can see. It clears perfectly with the half shaft pretty much in there. On this bolt right here, in order for this to slide in, you're gonna have to trim it down too. So I trimmed that down, and then that'll get this bolt and this top bolt to line up a lot easier. Pretty much next, now that this is all pretty much ready, so we got the slave shaved down, and then we got the half shaft shaved down. Next we can do is start taking everything back apart from the motor and transmission, so I can Loctite everything, and then we can actually put the Honda seal around here, so that'll be good. And then we'll start cleaning all this metal shavings and everything off, and we'll get to the valve cover next. After that, paint this up, and do the trans as well. After that, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. We'll have it all cleaned up and ready for the next video, which will be swapping it in, and then doing fuel system, slave cylinder. We got to get this slave cylinder kit, the line from Hux Racing as well, and we can start grounding the engine, put in the engine harness. ECU should be coming soon too as well, so by the time that's here, hopefully everything will be ready, so we can get this swap pretty much going and finished up, and we can get on to the next project. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking it apart, and then we'll come back. All right, so I got everything taken apart off the engine, and I took the plate off. We got our Honda bond installed around the seal around here, so went all the way around, and then I got everything tightened up. Fortunately, I tried to install the seal, and the seal got messed up, so I have to get another one of those. But it's pretty much ready to go back onto the engine. I just got to bring the transmission over to the car right now, but I'm gonna let this set for like a good 24 hours so everything's sealed up, and then the next part we'll get the transmission back onto the motor, everything tightened down, and then we can drop the motor inside of the car. Just got to do a couple modifications still. We'll get to that once we get back over there to the car. So right now I'm gonna let this dry up, and then we'll start getting to the motor and transmission back installed with Loctite and everything, and then we'll get the motor start to get installed. So when we come back, we'll start getting this motor and transmission back together, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're back. I went ahead and sealed everything up with some Honda bond and got the transmission back on the motor right now. I was gonna end the video, but I figured I might as well drop this motor in, and then next video we'll continue to do everything else. So right now I got the car jacked up. I got to jack it up a little higher, and we'll scoot the motor on in there, and then get all the bolts into the motor mounts and everything, put the subframe back on, and then that'll pretty much be it for sure on this video. The next video we'll start getting all the fuel system, pulley kit, everything else, etc. So I'm gonna go ahead and push this motor in real quick, and then get it mounted, and then we'll end this video. All right, so we're back now, and we have the engine installed. So people who haven't been watching, this is a K24 A4 A8, but it's a JDM style, so this isn't the TSX engine. This is the economical VTEC. It still holds pretty good horsepower though. It's like 160 torque. I think this car is going to go turbo eventually. That's the reason why we went with the stronger transmission, which is the Toyota. I think this E153 with the Hux Cannibal kit. So yeah, next video we're going to start getting on the fuel system, shifter cables. We got to do subframe, get the rest of the mounts in, the front mount, the rear subframe mount, and start maybe wiring and getting this thing ready to start up and everything. We got to do axles and install the pulley kit, etc. So like I said, we'll get to that to the next video. If you haven't, like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next video.